What's up, guys? We're going to change things up a little bit today. Instead of an app review, we're going to talk about some current, relevant, trending topics. I have 5 interesting topics picked out to discuss today, so we're going to vlog. Millennial-specific products like this Diet Coke. What stood out is the advertising was really completely different. It was funky. That's probably the best word to describe it. It's nothing that you've never seen before. I personally didn't like it that much. It could have been better, but the fact of the matter is that it was different and it stood apart from other ads because the colors were flashy, they were bold. What you've seen in the Diet Coke, the cans are silver with a stripe of color. Those colors are different. They stood out. They weren't just red. It was zesty blood orange. It was the feisty cherry. It was a ginger lime. Everything about it is millennial. So this term millennials has just been flung around. But you've seen this with like Dollar Shave Club, for example. They're a millennial brand. It's not the typical Gillette that you see. It's Dollar Shave Club. They're different. They're doing things different. I think that's what really stands out with millennials and their products. But who am I to talk about it if I'm a Gen Z? Let's go ask someone. Let's make this fun. Are you a millennial? Nice. I have a couple questions for you. Okay. What's your name?
Amber.
What do you do?
I'm a student. I'm in design, illustration.
That's what I was looking for.
So I'm like not a huge fan of like millennial pink and rose gold. And those are very
Okay, rose gold. You just hit the spot. Rose gold. That is millennial. That's very millennial.
People with like rose gold wedding rings or like...
Yeah, rose gold. What is rose gold? It's pink. That's what it really is.
Yeah,
and we talk about Apple. Apple probably started it. I can't think of rose gold till Apple. And then the jewelry came.
Jewelry.
Yeah,
I mean, way before that. I mean, I have the rose gold iPhone, but...
Millennial. I think we're done with that. Millennial. Perfect.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? The rose gold, millennial pink, everything?
Well, yeah, I know, but I think...
Everything! So millennial!
I think that's what started it. The iPhone being rose gold. People were like, oh, whoa. And that also goes to a bigger picture, though, with gender equality, you know, making a product that's more specific for females.
This is Alex's future wedding ring that he's gonna wear.
It's what? We're cutting that off. That's ridiculous. Alright, follow me. Do you use Twitter? Do you use Facebook?
Use both.
Use both?
Yeah, I have both. I don't use either of them very often. But.
Okay. Do you use one more than the other?
I think I use Twitter more only because I have to use it for classes sometimes.
Digital marketing?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I use Facebook for work all the time, so I think I end up on there more.
For more of a business standpoint? Okay. Do you use it personally at all?
Yeah. I gotta keep up with my family.
Keep up with family? That's what I was assuming you were going to say.
Yeah.
Do you think that parents getting on Facebook ruined Facebook?
No.
Yes. I think so. I don't use it ever since that.
I mean, yeah, huge audience, like Facebook users now, like millennials, it kind of like left, but it kind of like grew. It kind of gained a new audience with like the older generation, though.
Okay, I agree, but I also feel like millennials and like Gen Z kind of just like, we're leaving, and just didn't want to go on Facebook because their parents were on it.
Yeah.
I don't know, you just like block them from certain things.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, personally, for me, none of my family's really on Facebook or that active, but I just think it's boring compared to other social media platforms.
And also, like, with my mom, she sent me a friend's request, I denied it. Like, she wants to talk to me, I'll meet her at home.
Both my parents are on Twitter, so like for me, I'm just like,
Really?
whatever.
You have cool.
Yeah, they're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Snapchat?
No, they refuse. That's the thing.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Anyways, will Facebook die? That's the big question here. Facebook is obviously very, very big, but with millennials and Gen Z, they're kind of like, I'd rather be on Instagram, I'd rather be on Snap. Where do you see Facebook going from here?
I don't think it'll die. I don't think it'll die at all. I think it'll like slowly like decrease like the amount of people that go in it, that use it, but I don't think it's gonna die.
Okay. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah. Moving on. Mint? We're going to talk about Google. They just came out with an announcement that they're banning advertisement on cryptocurrency. This takes place in June of 2018. So for those of you who don't know, there's a huge crypto boom, which is just a coin that is independent from US dollars or any other currency. And you could switch it back and forth. So you can buy Bitcoin, which I'm sure you've heard of. And there's also other altcoins, which are like Dogecoin, which some random guy came up with. And the more popular ones have a purpose behind it. That was just one of them. There's Litecoin, there's Ethereum, which is another popular one. And this is just whole cryptocurrency, which is backed behind this method of blockchain. And I don't want to get into too much detail about any of this because it's very complicated and very tech savvy. But basically, Google, one of the largest ad spenders one of the largest spenders when it comes down to advertising, is saying no to cryptocurrency. Now, many people thought this was a bubble, and they were just like, this will go away soon. And very much could be true because the US government has launched a cryptocurrency probe, the SEC. So things are starting to get very interesting legal-wise. So this is just really relevant and current. So that takes care of 3. We're on to 4. One of my favorite brands is Nike. Nike came out with a super duper cool commercial, and we're going to show you that because I think it kind of captures everything that is going on in the world, and it really makes sense right now. So it's about 2 minutes long, and it's called Choose Go. It's good because it's a story. It tells a story. That is the biggest thing about advertising now, that has to tell a story or gone. People just don't care. It needs to mean something to them. And it's just generally funny. It's quirky. It has all these weird attributes to it. And shout out to Adweek's podcast. Yep, that's probably an ad. That's where I heard about this, and now I need to talk about it because it is honestly really, really good. It's called Choose Go, and the whole point of it is to really get people, I guess the subtle points behind it is to unify people. There's something going on in the world, and by working together, everyone can make the world a better place and fix the problem. And that's really what the problem is right now that everyone's facing, everyone's talking about, is that so many people are not unified. They're fighting against each other, and by working together, by being unified, by being one cohesive group, things will just look a little bit better. So the ad has some subtle hints to it. It's good in the aspects that it needs to be good in, the whole storytelling, the way it's shot. Obviously the stars are in it, and Kevin Hart's funny, like always. So truly is a great ad, and that is the ad of the week. So thanks for tuning in and watching this. If you haven't kept up with Alex's app review, you should go ahead and do that. There's going to be a link over there and in the description. And if you haven't gotten a chance to check out our taste test of the new Millennial Diet Cokes, I highly recommend it. Go check out Monsters Unlimited podcast as well. They covered it. Those guys are super cool, and if you like funniness, then you are going to love them. So thanks for tuning in to this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for next week's.